gonna double check. Give me 1 second. I'm not ignoring you guys. Okay, I'm just making sure that everything is working before we can get started. But hello everyone. So I'm just making sure. I know there's a delay between where you guys are watching and what is being recorded. So, okay, I'm live. I see it already pop on my screen, so I know we're doing fine. So, hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Nathalie DeSousa, and I'm going to be your host for the next little bit. We're going to work in quite a fun project. So, in case you don't know who I am, like I said before, I'm Nathalie DeSousa. I'm part of the design team, and I'm going to be actually your host for the little bit. I'm coming to you guys from Toronto, Canada. I'm just going to make sure that, like, my um, watch is in my phone because it's like, attached to my phone. So then I'm just going to set it up so it gives an idea of the time. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost in, the time. I hope you guys are doing okay. Like I said, I'm coming to you from Toronto, Canada. I am hoping that, you guys are doing fine. I know that some of you are watching live. It's lunchtime here in Canada, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But for some of you, you might be watching a replay. That's okay. Thank you, anyways, for joining me. Let us know where you're watching from. Um, Even if you're watching live, thank you. If you're watching on replay, let us know where you're watching from. I'm always interested in seeing how far and wide you can reach. And remember to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. There's a lot of beautiful content that the rest of the design team adds to the channel. So what I'm going to be using today for my project, I pretty much haven't done anything for the project. I wanted to start from scratch because I think that it is a good way to see that it is, sometimes when you get a new kit, you're like, what am I going to do? Or there's pieces that you're like, I don't know what to do with them. So I am going into this project with the same idea, the same mentality. I have the idea, but I am going to show you how to do it. So I am using the January 2025 kits. Everything that I'm using, you can find in the description of this video. And today is all based on the little envelopes that come in the embellishment kit. That's going to be pretty much the bulk of our project. Like I said, I have an idea of what I want to look like, but I haven't worked on anything. We're going to focus on using pretty much the embellishment and the main kit. Because I think that, we did mixed media the last live session, and I'll show you how to use the stencil. There is quite a few projects using the die, but I think that, give you an idea with the little envelopes besides journaling, but actually to create your layout based on them. So I don't know if Kimberly will come. I know that she's packing kits right now. She's getting ready for the reveal of the new kit. So we might not see her. So if you have a comment and I don't answer, it's not because I'm ignoring you, just because it's going to be a little bit hard for me to see it. And like I said, I should have find a way to, I should find a way, I should say, to send the comments to my watch because when I'm working, I'm able to see my watch more than the comments on the screen. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to flip the camera. It takes just like one button for me. I'm going to take a sip of water and we're going to get started. So just, like I said, one button and there we go. So I have my kit on my table. I'm just going to tie my hair right now. Um, and there's a lot of color in this kit and this kit is beautiful. It goes beyond it's just like the perfect everyday kit. It is, we're going to go to the girly side of it, because I am going to use, like I said, I'm trying to focus on the embellishment kit, and that is like these little envelopes, and there's some florals, there's some vellum pieces. I don't want to go like further than that. We're going to focus on working with paper today. So I'm going to set it to the side, and I'm just going to bring the little envelopes. In case you haven't seen them, if I have them here, let me just find the package for them. Die cuts, it's this one here. It's these little envelopes here. You get 9 of them, 3 different sizes. So separate them by the sizes. Now the beauty of them is that, now I'm gonna use them all, I think. Okay, is that even though it has it gives you an idea of what it's supposed to look like. You can do it either way. You can go like to the opposite side too, meaning it does not come with the score lines already created. So you can create or choose the design that you want for your layout based on where you score your lines. Like we're gonna work on that. I just did one because I wanted to make sure that like, my idea was working. And I love the envelope. I'm gonna tell you what I did because I am like, and if Kimberly watches this, I am hoping that in the future, she does create a die for these envelopes. A little bit bigger will be perfect. Like I'm gonna say maybe like a half an inch taller, not wide, just a half an inch taller will be perfect. But I love, like love. So saying that I have, like I said, three of the big ones, and it gives you an idea what it's supposed to look like. Doesn't have to look like that. You can choose which side goes in and which side goes out. So that's the beauty of it. So you are going to need a scoring board and a bone folder if you want to, and that's what the thing I have to reach for. Yeah, I forgot to bring that, but I have them there. So I have my two pictures, and these are actually, I print all my pictures at 3x4, but I print them with quite a bit of a wide, I was gonna say angle, no, a border. So they have quite a bit to trim in. So these are around, yeah, they're around 3 inches by 4-ish, okay? So you're gonna see that they do fit inside the envelope. So the only thing that before we go into any of this is that when I went looking for my pictures, and I have a lot of pictures that I print ahead of time that I know that I want to put into layouts. My favorite thing to or my favorite format to document is in a 6x8 and traveler's notebooks, but I do create layouts for like those special occasions. I tend to print like pictures a little bit larger for my layout. So I went like through all my pictures, and the one thing that I went looking for is pictures that had my subject or like the people or like the important part higher in the frame. What do you mean by that? Let me bring you so I show you. Because I actually had other ideas. You're gonna see I have like this is my little box of pictures that have to go into layouts. Because I pulled a few more and I think I put them away already. So don't mind me and have, like I said, I printed a few. So like for example, I was thinking about that one. So I'm gonna show you what the big difference is. So it depends on how you create your layouts. Like I don't know how you create your layouts or how you keep them. I keep my layouts in albums, not all of them. A lot of them live in shelves. I have calyx as sofa tables in my house. Like behind my sofas, I have these huge tables because we have a lot of pictures and stuff like that on top of our tables. So what I do is the holes in the calyx, I actually have layouts stuff there. So you can easily take them in and out. I keep them in like page protectors in there. So I find that you can easily reach them. They need to go in albums. I know that, but it's hard. So when I was looking for my photos, I make sure that the subject, in this case, the people, this is for my mom's birthday, are towards the top of my layout. The reason is if you were like in a 6x8 or a smaller format, then it becomes a little bit more interactive. You can easily, pull out the picture to see it. But when you put it in a page protector in an album, you're not gonna pull out. Trust me, even though we say yes, I'm gonna say probably 50, 70% of the time you don't pull it, you just look at it. So if I have my subject towards the top of the picture, it makes it easier to see. Even though I can leave it a little bit higher, that's fine. Compared to this, it's my sister and my niece. Don't mind, it is a little bit wider, but just so you have the idea. If I were to put them here, okay, let me trim it so you see. If I put it here, see, a lot of it is hidden. So I just did a little bit, the work that I did ahead is just finding pictures that the subjects were, I'm gonna say towards the upper half of my pictures. So I found this on my mom's birthday, and let me put this away because my table is nice and organized right now. So let's keep it that way. So that was the first thing. Like the first thing is just, don't fold your envelopes until you have your pictures ready. And that's when I had my photos, I went looking for them. That was the first thing that, once I created the envelope, not a fan of yellow. So I knew that I wanted that to be in the inside of the envelope. So I folded with the newsprint to the outside. Then the next thing I went looking was for the pictures. And I know that you see, like you can see the people, even if you don't see the cake, I can leave it a little bit higher here. And I probably leave this a little bit higher so you can see the cake. So that was the first thing that I did. Like I said, didn't fold like, my envelopes, but I have the photos. So these are 3x4, a little bit shorter, 3x like ish kind of situation, but it does fit 3 inches in width. So I'm gonna set those aside for now. So I have all my envelopes here. Like I said, they do not come scored. So that gives you the chance to work on which side do you wanna create the score. Because I've already started with this, I know this is gonna house one of my pictures. I need to make sure that my idea, so let's, before we work on the envelopes, let's put them away because cleanliness is something that I struggle with, and I mean in the way that to keep things organized. So I have my embellishments there. Let's find a paper. Let's audition some papers, and I want something that goes the simple side for my background because I have all those envelopes. I want to make sure that that's kind of like the focal point of my layout. I am most likely going to use all of them for this, and that's okay. If you are a journaler, you might want to keep them and put them in like, in your little 6x8 albums, make them interactive. I don't mind using them as the background for my layout. It's all right with me. So I have my papers here and I also have the cardstock. I put them all together. So I'm just looking at this. I know that this is not going to work. This is not going to work. I don't want something that's busy. I want something that's more on the plain side so that the envelopes are going to actually pop. And anything that I put in them is also going to pop too. Okay. So this one was one that I think will work. A lot of white space. There's a little bit already of embellishment in the background. And what I have in mind, I think most likely will fit nicely here. This one is not going to work. This one would have worked, but I already cut it. I have a second one, but I want to keep it white. I want something that is going to make all this color pop. And I think this is one of the ones that I'm liking. So let me set it aside. We're going to audition paper. That's literally what we're going to do right now. Because I'm pretty sure this one, it is going to pop. But you need something that's a little bit on the simpler side on the background. Okay, so don't forget that my idea is going to be layer envelopes. It's simple, but once you start like, I'm just going, and this is not information, but just so you give you an idea, you see how it looks very busy. So you want something a little bit more tame on the background. Is that the right word? Tame? Well, not tame, but a little more subtle. Peach flowers. This will work. This will work too. See, comes with the mixed media done. There's quite a bit of white, little bit of interest, but I do. I like this too. So I'm gonna set it aside. This is another one, but again, we've fallen into the trap. This one actually will work. Anything that has like a straight lines or like a grid. And this one, because the grid is kind of broken, it works really well. So this won't be another one that will work, but I want something more plain. You can always go into the cardstock. This one was another one that I was looking into, but because I have this, it just gets lost. So I want to make sure that I create something that everything works. So one of the reasons that I'm doing this is because there's all of these papers. There's a lot of like kind of mixed media, kind of photorealism in this kit, and I think it's beautiful. Let's move this to the side. So this will work beautifully, actually. Okay. This will work beautifully, but I do want a lot more white. But nothing wrong with this one. So just so you see that there is a way to do it. It is hard to work with pattern, but there's a lot of beautiful tone. This one will work to the yellow. If you're a fan of yellow, not me. This will work too. The subtle pattern, and this is popping. So you just get some of the envelopes so it gives you a good idea of what will work. So the best way to do it is like this. You just set them up, kind of fan them out a little bit. See, this one will be a good one too. The yellow one will be a great one to this one too. Let's see on the other side. Too busy. So you can always go with the cardstock. It's always a good thing. Actually, the grid on the cardstock, if I did pull them out, works perfect for this idea too. Okay, but I do want to go with pattern paper. Just because we have it, I want to use it. It's beautiful patterns this month, so why not use it? So let's just get organized here. So we have like our, candidates here. Love this, especially because I'm gonna pick up the color in my daughter's shirt, and the colors work great. But I want something a little bit more white because I'm gonna add a lot more to this. So love it. And I probably fussy cut this one of the project. So it's between these two, to be honest with you. It's between these two. So we're gonna work side by side until we make a decision. Okay, so just so you see, it's between these two. Okay, this will be guide from a tone on tone, but I'm not going for tone on tone. I want to mix the patterns and the colors on the envelopes for my layout. So remember how I show you that these envelopes come in 3 different sizes? I want to take advantage of the 3 different sizes to create my layout. So I want to set them up into clusters. So this one is the larger envelope, and I separate them by size. These are my larger envelopes. I have my second picture. So I know that one of these is gonna hold my picture, and I think that it might be this. I want it to be it'd be either one of this one, but not on this side. This will have to be the inside because it's gonna be covered, or this one. I think this one because the word's not loud, but it's a little bit busier than what I want. It's gonna be inside, so I need to create the envelope so this pink side shows on the back. Yeah, so this is gonna be another one. And then that means that this one will be the third one. So you see how I'm creating kind of a zigzag of bunches of envelopes. Pretty much that's what it is. Bunches of envelopes. So that's what I think this one will look good. So for now, we're just working on that. So remember, I'm going to put what's going to go in the inside here. I'm going to fold this one a bit like lightly. So I know. Okay. And this one is going to be this pink. Just so we know, lightly. Nothing scored yet. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the medium. Because I have the black and white here, I need to bring black and white somewhere down here. So I gotta make sure the small one has a black and white too. And because I have flowers here, I'm probably gonna put it here. So I'm bringing all the 3 colors, and that means that my other black and white envelope, which is the medium one, is gonna go down here. You see, I'm kind of repeating my patterns, okay? So now I have more. I need a medium. I have 2 medium ones here. I have black and white. Again, it's too busy. So I'm gonna probably put it towards, let me see, this orange will be better. This orange, I don't know which side, but it's gonna go up here. And on this one, I need the medium one, which is this one. Most likely it's gonna go this way. What's this one about? Why do I have 2? Oh, because I have 2 medium ones over here. No, this is fine. I have my 2 here. So let me see. I think I want to go with the purple up here. And I have maybe the purple down here and this bluish tone up here. So this is going to show like this. Okay. So I have flowers, flowers, and flowers. This is pretty much my idea. So now let's build the envelope based on what we have. Remember, I have my pictures. Put them aside. You are going to need a scoring board. I'm going to just put them in little piles of how I want them to go. I'm going to leave my 2 papers on the side. I have a scoring board, but we're going to use the well of my trimmer for this. So you're going to need a scoring tool. And the way you're going to score this is literally depends on what side you want up. See, this one is, it's got to decide right now. I want either the orange side up and then the blue. So I want the orange side up on this. So I'm going to see my watch showing the time, just so I don't like, so I'm just going to score like along kind of where you will create. So kind of match the lines here and just score with the scoring tool. Okay. Flip it. Same thing. Just find the little, there's a little divot there. Is that the word, divot? And even if I score and like I don't like it, I can fold it the other way. So just be mindful of that. Don't go so deep with your scoring tool so you destroy the paper. Gonna go on the other side again. Just trying to find the little groove part there. Right there. Okay. So this is just, we're gonna do this to all the envelopes. And then you're just gonna need your bone folder. For now, we're just gonna softly fold it. And then if we don't like what it looks like, then we're going to flip it to the other side. So we're gonna go lightly. I do like this one just because I have the picture. Okay. So kind of you get the idea what it looks like. And let's put the photo. And you're gonna need another one at the front. Okay? So let's go with the little one. And I just by looking at it, I don't know if I want to go this way or if I want to go. I think I want to go with like this core this way. I'm gonna go with the plainer edges of the envelope facing out. I am going to fill the insides on the envelope. So like I said, even when you score them, don't go so, even though I'm saying that, I'm not gonna do it probably, so deep with your scoring tool so that, you crease your paper. Sometimes we tend to like, because I've done it, and I'm sure you guys have too, is that, that you go so deep that you kind of like, that you peel some of the paper finish so you see the white core of the paper. So just not too heavy. So in case like I want to switch it, I can do it both sides. Yeah. But usually whatever side you score is the side that's gonna create that flap. Just because you're moving the fibers of the paper that way. And somebody said hello, Natalie. Hello. Oh, hi, Etienne. A friend of mine. So just gonna work on all of this. So once we have one and a little bit, then we're gonna switch into the other. So we're gonna speed up the process in 1 second. Okay, so like I said, lightly folded. I'm gonna crease it after. So you see what I'm going for. So move this out of the way. So here, one, actually two, and three. You are going to need foam adhesive for this. Okay, you can put it at the front too. Go like kind of, but we're gonna create three little bunches. So this one, because I want to hide the picture, probably I don't want to hide the picture. I want to hide. Probably gonna have to go to the back side. I can go like this too. Okay. So then we're gonna put the other one here, and there's gonna be a third one over here. That's why, like I said, we haven't decided whether it's this one or this one. Both of these will work. You want a pattern that is, a paper that is not too busy for the background. So now we have one. Let me just put them in order. Let's keep working on the other one. So this one, I want the pink side up. You don't need the scoring board for this, but I just find that it makes it easy for me. Okay. So I'm not even measuring. I'm just looking at the groups of the die cuts. If they don't come score or like with a line where it folds, so you can choose which side you want to create to be the inside and the outside of the envelope, There is a guide on the background that on the back of the package that gives you an idea which way you can go, but it's completely up to you. So I think it's genius because then you are, you can create whatever suits you. We have one. Next one. So what are you guys up to? Like I know that with it's been busy here, and we're going into tax season. My husband owns, well, we're partners in, not partners, no, not me, my husband and somebody else, in a freight company. So tax season is coming, and it's not that busy here in Canada, like for that type of business at this time of the year, but which is a good thing. But with taxes coming, it is busy, and I mean like all of us busy, not just my husband, all of us. I want the white to be outside, so I'm going to score with the yellow side facing up. Um, it gets busy just because you have to, and being audited sometimes is not a good thing. We haven't been audited in a while, thank God, because then it's just pull your hair, But you have to make sure that you have all your papers in order, your ends and stuff like that. At the same time, both my children who are adults, one is going into his master's program. He just got accepted yesterday. He's very excited because it was kind of already, he works full time. It's a really good job actually, but he wants to advance and he's going for his master's and he had to do a lot for it and he was picked for one for that, so he was excited. And then my daughter is going back to school, so I'm gonna have students again. Um, Dependents, yay! When we thought, probably they finally kind of move out, but no, she's going back to school to finish her pastry chef degree. She works as a baker already, but she wants to go finish it. So I have kind of high achievers who are going to go from being full-time employees and having a full-time job and a salary into becoming my dependents again. So yay, just when I tell my husband, maybe this be the year that actually, we can change one of the rooms into like, that extra room that we all wish in my case would be. I gotta be honest, I was hoping for like, what's his name? A craft room, like not even craft, but just like to have the studio lights set up on a regular basis, I have a lot of stuff, and also like kind of an office. We have a den, but I have a lot of albums. I have a lot of pictures. We have quite a few laptops between the work, what we have. So I was hoping to one of the rooms to be free, you know, to transform it into an office, but nope. Now we're gonna have to actually move some of the stuff that they have in the rooms out, probably to storage. Thank God for or in a freight company, because then we have storage, so that we can actually give them space for their books and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, we went from like kids that were independent with their own salaries and all that stuff to starting in May, my daughter goes back to finish her pastry chef degree. And I know it's not easy, done it, been there, done that. So it's gonna take some of her time. And then my son is into his master's, so her program is 2 years. She will be working part-time while going to school. But my son has to go full-time, so he's quitting his job actually, um, going full-time, and then we'll see. His program is a year, and he's done the internships before, so you know, like I said, when you finally think, yeah, I'm going back to the beginning. So here we go. Now we have them all folded. Let's go and crease them. Okay. Gonna put them in the little, and that's what I said. Don't go too hard because then you're gonna peel your paper. Just be mindful of that. And as I'm saying, don't go too hard. I did it myself. So I'm gonna just lightly crease it, slightly. Okay. You're gonna see that I put like kind of the busier patterns toward the inside of my envelopes. So it kind of stayed the subtle parts to the outside. No office for you. There's no office for me. No, it's not happening. I was, when they were little, we bought this like we have like a really big apartment. Like to nowadays the standard is big. To like the 60s or 70s when this building was, built, the redundancy on it. It was probably like, the average. But when I had my kids were little, we own a house, you know. That's the sad part. We own a house. But I had kids like, they're only like 2 years apart, few days shy of 2 years. Um, I did not have, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I did not have time to be doing like, the snow or the grass, the stuff like that. And we knew that I stayed home. So we knew that I needed to be able to, be hands-on with and stuff like that. So we decided to, move into an apartment, buy an apartment. So we bought like each one of us have a room. So, and my mom lives with us and we have a dog. So we have quite a big apartment. Um, but it is, we've been here for 22 years. Um, yeah, the apartment has grown with us and has shrunk with us and stuff like that. And when they were little, there were toys and stuff like that. But my kids both have bunk beds in their rooms, in both the rooms, because some days you will find my son sleeping in my daughter's bedroom or vice versa. When they were little, we had one of the rooms was a playroom and one of the rooms was we had bunk beds because they were little, yeah. So they slept together. So they're used to that. So even though they're bigger, they're older, the adults, they have bunk beds in their bedrooms because sometimes they're just chatting and they fall asleep. So I don't make beds. That's something that I haven't made for my kids in a long time. They make their own beds, and we have a lot of beds in our house. So there you go. So we have no office. And it would be nice to have like some sort of office just to have a lot of things. Don't forget, we run a business too. So I have my envelopes ready. Like I said, I bunched them into little piles, how I want them set up. So just so you see it. Okay. So I'm gonna actually set them in place. And I'm gonna use liquid glue for this. Yeah. So you can go either with the little flap, the larger flap on top of it, or you can go with that at the bottom and then, but I kind of like it. My husband called them a diaper fold. Yesterday when he saw me trying one out, he's like, "Oh, you're doing a diaper fold." I was like, "I don't know what you mean, but sure." Okay, so that's my little story for the day. See, like I said, I was like so happy. I think we all hope, especially like we came from a house that was like, we had a basement and like 2 floors, stuff like that. So in my plans was like, eventually when my kids will grow up, I like, will have the basement all to myself. And my mother is like a seamstress, so we're thinking, when my mother moves in with us, then we're gonna have she can move all her stuff to the basement and be like a craft, basement. Did not happen. My plans did not go as I thought they will. Okay. Like I said, we had to make decisions. My mother, one of the things we were realists. I think that's the word. Even though having a house is beautiful, my mother had like a surgery when I was having my daughter, and we knew that she couldn't go up and down stairs. One of the reasons we knew that eventually my mother broke her it's not her shin. Well, she broke her leg when she was younger, so she has like a plate and a lot of screws on her leg. So we know that we knew and we know that eventually she won't be able to be, going up and down stairs. So an apartment was something that we look into getting. Once my sister decided to get married, we knew that my mother was going to be on her own. We also knew that my mom did not want to move in with my sister. She was moving really far. She lives further than us. So it was a no-brainer. She was going to live with me and she's going to live with me until, we can't be here no more. So an apartment made sense. Little diapers. Yeah, that's what my husband calls the little diapers because it's diaper form. I didn't understand what he meant, but once I saw, as I was like, yeah, that's a diaper form. Yeah, don't. So there you go. That's my little story for today. So my idea of having like, a craft, and if you have a craft room, like I always look at people that have everything so organized and they have like, the rainbow and I'm thinking, I wish, you know, I have like trust me, I have everything to go in it. I don't need the supplies. I have the calyx, I have the desks, I have the laptops, the chairs, everything. It's just, you know, what is supposed to be my craft room is called my daughter's room. And at the rate that we're going, I think it's gonna stay in my daughter's room for a long time. Because then again, there's another one. I always have stories. We thought, oh, my daughter had a boyfriend until the beginning of the middle of last year. And trust me, all of us thought, I don't think, we're gonna see wedding bells. We were all like, next thing you know, she walks in, she goes, um, that's you'll never see him again. And we're like, what? So we're like, oh, my husband was happy. I like the kid. I gotta be honest, I like the kid. You know, who's not gonna like the kid when he comes and meets you and he brings you coffee? And if you guys don't know, I'm a caffeine addict. So when he came in to like, introduce himself with a latte in his hand with no sugar and like extra espresso and an extra shot of espresso, I was like, oh my God, Gabby, you're keeping this kid for life. But, you know, sometimes what we thought, my daughter has a very strong personality, a lot like mine. So there was something that didn't fly with her, and she said, you know what, that's it. And there you go. You know? So, my dreams, like I said, every time that I think that I'm going to get something, like, you think, oh, it is gonna happen, it hasn't happened. So, like I said, first thing was, oh, we thought, oh, my daughter's gonna get married. Didn't happen. Like I said, my husband, the happiest of them all, you know. Then I was like, okay, finally, eh, you don't want your children to leave, but eventually, you know, it's kind of what they have to do. So I was like, okay, maybe, and again, it's not going to be like a pure craft room. It was going to be like kind of like an office situation for all of us. It's not happening. So, like I said, going from like independent children with the full salaries and everything to dependent students in the next few months. So here we go. Let's start building this up. Now that we have our little TED Talk. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put the picture. I like this. I'm just putting this for now. I don't know if we're gonna stay with this, okay? But just so we build this and you see what I'm going for. Now we have all the little envelopes. Yeah. So one, so you see what I'm going for? That's what I say, your background, you want a little bit of interest on the background, but not a lot, because you want these envelopes to do the work for you. Okay, so on my next picture, I want it here. And it is going to overlap. That's what I said, like you don't want something super busy in the background. Okay. And try not to overlap it, especially the pictures. But the envelopes can overlap a bit. Okay, so you see the next one, kind of bringing all the colors together. And then the last one, kind of see when it comes. You don't need an entire, and you know what? Who's this? Etienne. You don't, like, I agree with Etienne. You don't need an entire room. I gotta be honest. And like I said, even though, like I said, yeah, a craft room, it would not have been a craft room for us. It would have been an office. Okay. And the reason it would have been an office is because, like I said, my husband, thankfully, we run business. My title is going to be here on my journaling. So you see what I'm going for? My envelopes are doing like the bulk of the work on my background. So it's just a matter of deciding what paper works best. I'm going to move this a little bit higher because it's too low. So it wasn't really a craft room per se, you know. Though my husband would have been very happy that my papers are not in, because I have a little bit in my room, a little bit in the kids' room, a lot in the office, a lot next to. It's just, you know, and I've given away a lot in the past few months. But you see what I'm going for? That's what a little bit of interest on the background is nice. And I like the black and white because it does make the envelopes pop a little bit more. but we're gonna try it on this. Once we see what works better, um, then we'll be fine. And you know what? It's not a fact um that I wanted to have a craft room. It's just that I wanted a space where I can have everything in one single spot. I think that's mostly for me. Um, and because in my case, like I said, I have like a little bit of the stuff here and in the living room, but like I have boxes and stuff. We have like a huge closet in my room, and we have two of those, one for my husband, one for me. Um, or should I say two for me and a dresser for my husband. Um, so it'd be nice to just have put them all in one single place so I don't have to go find one thing in the room and come to bring it here. So you see when I put it on the color, it kind of gets lost. See the difference between having them on here compared to here? It does make the background kind of takes away from the envelopes. There's something about this pattern and having just those simple lines that help make the envelopes pop a little bit more. And that's what I wanted you to see. Like I said, auditioning paper sometimes is a good idea before you glue things down. Okay? So it is this paper, the one that's gonna be the winner. And it's not because there's a lot of white, because it's not fully white. The little bit of it looks like a wall. It looks like a brick wall on the back. So I think it works better. So I'm gonna move this to the side. We're gonna trim the barcode, and the name of this paper is Affectionate. Has this beautiful flower on this side. I have another one, so I'm okay. And like I said, I've my friend Etienne's here, and I know she is a minimalist. She likes to keep her supplies to a minimum and stuff like that. Um, my idea for this year, and I failed. I haven't bought a thing, no, like paper wise. Let's get clear. Paper wise, embellishment wise, I haven't bought it. I bought adhesive and stuff like that because I need it. I have a lot of paper. Unfortunately or fortunately, I am blessed to be part of the design team. Um, and I have a lot of paper because of that. So, like I said, I am blessed in many ways. That I don't need to buy stuff, but I work for a company that you see projects that you're like, oh, that's very pretty, and you see them in catalogs. You don't see who made them, but I get the samples to make them. So just so you know, I have a lot. Less, but it's a lot. So, what can I do? So background's ready. This is the back of the affectionate paper. And I know my friend, like I said, Etienne's here. She's a minimalist. I'm trying not to buy things and just work with what I have. And I found it that before we go into, I'm gonna chat before that when I have less to choose from, my work gets done faster. But if I have a lot to choose from, and I I am very indecisive of what I want to use. Okay. So if I have like, for example, that's one of the reasons why I said I'm going to use the envelopes, because if I don't use them, they're just going to sit in, like I'm going to be like, oh, they're so cute. But I am going to show you what I did. Okay, because ah, where did I put that? Don't worry. Okay. I did this. Okay. I took I actually make templates of the envelopes so I can use them after when I want to create an envelope, because they're a little small. So I thought they were perfect for like my album. So I created templates of my envelopes and just drew over them. Yeah. So I just had to show you that, but I'm going to use them because I have to use them. So let's go setting this up. Like I said, you are going to need foam adhesive right now. So let me just pull out some of it. The moment that you start layering the envelopes one on top of the other one, you are adding a little bit of dimension to your layout. So you do want to add a little bit. If you don't like foam adhesive, then go ahead and glue it. you're gonna need a strong glue. I am going to add a little bit just to create a little bit of the extra pop on the envelope, but you can glue them straight up. Just be mindful that it is going to add bulk. So, I know a few, one of the most asked questions is, or like, not questions or concern is like, I don't want my layout to be so bulky. Trust me, I don't think a lot of us want to, but it comes with, it's kind of inherited on the pieces that you're using on it. That's the best way that I can do it. It comes with the territory. It sounds really bad, but just the fact that you fold the paper, you're adding that extra bit of weight to your layout. So I'm just laying everything down here. I'm liking what it looks like. Okay. So, and then I think I want this one. It's kind of busy and there's a bit of flowers right there. So I can move stuff before I start gluing. I'm going to use the lines on the, they don't have to be super straight, my envelopes. So, and I might even give them a little bit of like a little bit of movement, might make them a little bit askew. But I just want to make sure that I have an idea where everything is going to sit. And I'm liking that. And I'm perfect on time. So you see kind of my envelopes are kind of going in a zigzag. So your eye's gonna pop here, and then down here. So we have that. Let's go ahead and glue it. So be smart on how you glue this. The one that's gonna be like, for example, here, I know this is gonna be straight on the back of my layout. This is the one that's gonna get taped to the back, okay? So tape, just to the center, not to the edges. So then you can, there. We're gonna use the lines-ish. It's gonna be, I'm gonna pull a ruler. Where did I put it? Oh, here. It's gonna bring a ruler. Oh. Sorry, I just need to drink some water and I forgot that I just put fresh water. So I'm gonna kind of burnish the edges a little bit more to make it flatter, especially in the side where I'm gonna cover with my other envelope. So this one is gonna go there. And I don't know if it's super straight or not, but it is not going to, I'm okay if it's not super straight. The ones that hold the pictures, not even. So what I do want to, you see, I'm overlapping it a bit. If I just put them side by side, I'm going to need more than a 12 by 12. So I am going to overlap in a bit. And that's when you're going to need the foam adhesive. Okay. So foam adhesive to the back over here. So let me find it. Okay. I got big pieces right now, and then I'll fix it after. So a little bit of an overlap, around, what would be like around half an inch or so. Okay. Leave it free there. I'll secure it after. It's not completely glued down. Okay. Bye, Etienne. And then this one is going to go right here, kind of overlapping on the two of them, but I do want to see, like, the shape of the other envelope. So be sure to, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it at the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little piece of foam adhesive. I'm just going to, I have foam adhesive in different shapes here, just in case I need it. So I'm going to add a little bit here. You're going to see it right, I think you can see it better, right behind the envelope there. So, okay, first one's down. I'm going to add a little bit of extra foam adhesive right here to keep it in place. There we go. So that's it. My picture is not secure yet. I haven't glued it, so it's just, I'm going to take them off for now. Well, actually, no, because I need it for too much. So one of the things that I do want to make sure is that the spacing that I added here, which is around 1.25 inches, 3/8, I want to pretty much have the same space here because I want to make sure that it's kind of centered. Okay, so I'm going to start by kind of setting that first in place before I glue anything down. So let's just kind of center. It's gonna be it. So it's gonna be there. This one is gonna sit right there. Remember, you're gonna put the green one first. Okay, a little bit of foam adhesive in this part that actually goes on top of the other one. Okay, this is going to sit right here. Let me just measure it up a bit. Let's say 1¼ kind of situation, maybe a little bit lower. 1¼ or so. And move it a little bit lower. Well, 1¼ or so. And I need to move this one a little bit more. So let's see. Yeah, I want this to sit right there. Okay, so let me put it here. Piece of foam adhesive right there. Kind of a 1¼ or so. Okay. And then my little envelope is going to be actually right on top here. This is going to need foam adhesive too. So foam adhesive. This one I'm just kind of guessing where it's going to sit. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one in half because bigger pieces might make it fall a little bit faster. And after the life, I'll come and secure everything in place. Let me just put my bone folder away. And okay, so let's see. Okay, so now the next one, I want this one right here. I'm gonna go above that. So for my click on this. See here. Yes, you're gonna see it's run 2 inches from the left side. Let me think I want. I'm just trying to see if I want this one, the bottom, and then this. Yeah, so I kind of like this. And if I want it higher, I think I'm gonna put it a little bit higher, so it's gonna sweep it straight onto my layout. And it's gonna be a little bit more towards the inside of this. So let's see. This sits around, I'm saying 2, sorry. 4 inches, and this one's around 2. That sounds about right. This one is going to sit right here. So foam adhesive. There you go. So my layout is made out of all the envelopes. The entire pack is here. Okay, you're gonna see that it's a little bit tight around here. That's okay. The title is gonna be here. I want a little bit of extra space up here because I want to decorate. Now, one thing is my pictures are not secure, like I said. Because it's gonna go inside of a page protector, my pictures are not gonna be easy to take it out. So I'm actually gonna secure them to the back of my layout using a little bit of foam adhesive. So I'm going to pull this one out a little bit. See, right there is sitting flush. I'm gonna pull it around 1/4 inch or so. I'm gonna hold it there in place. Foam adhesive, and there you go. Okay. And the thing is that I did here. Okay. So you see what it looks like. Okay. The other one here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull it a little bit higher so you see the cake. So they're not sitting like here. This one is sitting flush against the edge of the envelope. I'm gonna pull it out. Again, I run 1/2 inch or so. Yeah, again, so you see it. Okay, it's right there. So that just pushes my layer a little bit higher, which is okay because it's like heavy towards the bottom. By doing that, it just pushes them a bit higher. And now I'm going to go ahead and secure some of these up because here, just a little bit of foam adhesive, just like a little bit, but not much, just to keep your like little envelope flaps in place. This one. You don't want to glue them flat. You want to have a little bit of that lift so it actually reads as a little envelope instead of a house. Okay, so let me see. It's okay. Here. Surely these ones have to go in here. Okay. Secure this one too. Right there. Okay, we have one more. There we go. Okay, this is not going here. There we go. So you see it like a little bit from the side. I don't know if you can see it. See? There you go. So now I'm gonna move this to the side. Let me clean up it, and we're gonna get to embellishment. So I have the rest of the embellishment kit here. I have the washi tapes. I have the little sticker pieces. They have the pocket stickers. I have the flowers and the vellum die cuts on one side. And I'm going to bring, I also have the ephemera pieces from the main kit here. Move it over here, so out of the way. I want to create kind of a little cluster of flowers that goes here, cascades to this envelope. Okay, so I don't want to hide the envelope. So I'm going to, let's see. This is the part that's going to take us the longest. There's orange and blue here. I want something pink or purple. Does I have purple going at the bottom? So I'm going to put it inside the envelope, but tuck it behind the picture. Okay. And then I'm going to take a leaf and bring it down. Maybe something with pink, luxury green. And I need something small down there. So, or something that, let's see this little blue flower. I don't want to cover the entire envelope. So I think like a branch or something. This, do I have in the main kit? I do have. See this cone thingy? Let's put that there. Let me just, I saw something in the morning when I was setting everything in place. Yeah. Just look here. I thought I saw it in the morning, the little branches in the main kit. Yeah, there is. There's like some black and white branches. There you go. I knew that I saw it. Okay, you don't want more than that. So now we're gonna add something here. Kind of create the cascade, like bring the cascade down. I have purple here. I need to bring either pink or a bit of yellow down here, or orange will be nice. I have in the main kit here. This little cluster is already pre-made. This is from the ephemera pack. But you want to make sure that some of your envelope still shows on the back, and I like that. Okay, so you see like, and what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to trim around the flower a little bit just to create like a little bit of extra space for my things to be able to tuck into places. So just like trimming a little bit around the flowers and stuff like that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I just have a kid that is texting me saying that she's coming home. So in other words, make sure that there's dinner for me. You see, I'm gonna kind of tuck it. I make sure that it tucks into the envelope. in there because you have to look. Okay. So make sure that you like this is what I'm saying. Is just kind of trim around your ephemera a little bit more so it gives you like the chance to create that it is kind of like an optical effect or an optical illusion that it's like coming out of the envelope. So, garbage. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you see, I'm gonna trim this because see this one has almost no white offset. This one has quite a bit just because that's the nature. And see my kid just making sure that I know she's coming home for dinner. Mhm. There we go, much better. I'm even gonna go and probably take out this leaf because you're not gonna see it or this flower. Don't be afraid to cut your die cuts. Okay? Because you can camouflage other things with that. Okay, so this, and I know this is gonna be hidden, this flower here, so I'm gonna take it completely out. Okay. And actually makes it easier to tuck in things there. See, that's there. Let's secure with some foam adhesive. I know it's not gonna move. So I'm gonna tuck it here to create that illusion. A little bit of foam adhesive, not a lot. You have this extra leaf here, so you can easily put it. Just keep it in place. I have this little bit of purple. You don't need it. I'm gonna keep them to the side there. Just gonna go ahead and secure stuff. We're doing fine on time. I set up my timer on my phone, on my watch, so I don't keep you here the whole day. Have a little bit of water in 2 seconds. Okay. I have this extra flower that I can probably tuck it in here if I wanted to. For now, we're fine. Okay. And then we're gonna need another one here. Title is most likely gonna go here. Let's see what we have. For the lines of journal. And for here, over here, the best day. You barely can see it. Actually, you know what? I might put this here in the yellow and bring the flowers. Let me see. I'm gonna work on the title here. Title. I can actually, I think I'm gonna add flowers here and probably just add my title down here. Let's add some more flowers just to create that cascade. I want to finish it. Let's see what color. I'm gonna bring some orange. See, kind of tuck it in there. So you have the zigzag in the center. Well, I'm trying to read comments. Drink water while I do that. Okay, so see, I'm using my leaves to kind of guide this a little bit. Just here's all about finding the perfect flower that is going to like tuck in into the little, envelope without overtaking the entire page. I kind of like that, and in something like it's. I'm just trying to find another leaf of. I need green, so. And as I'm saying, I need green. I pull something totally different. Let's see. Nope. I'm trying to see what I have. Let me see if I move this here. Okay. Look at this flower. You can. Yeah, I like this better because it brings that one there. That means that I have to bring some of this color up there. So I kind of like this. this, and you need something to tie it up there. It's all about auditioning, guys. Okay, so too much. Maybe something like this. I think it's too much. Don't you think so? Trying to find something that is has green and it's not too busy. Let's see. I find this blue one. Nope. Oh, I found another blue one. Wait. Here we go. I like this. Okay. This purple one, I probably cannot tuck it in here. Remember, we cut it from the leftover up there. Probably tuck it somewhere here, but I like that. Let's secure that in place. Oh, you see, but your kids, one is, oh, I know. I know. It's, I'm sure we're gonna miss him. We will miss him, but, you know, that's the order of life, I think, too. So here we go. I'm just securing things, okay? So don't, if you don't hear my voice, it's because I'm just trying to make sure that everything doesn't move so we can finish this. There we go. I have this little purple flower. I just want to like kind of, let's see if we can put it back here. Just kind of on the background, just to bring some of the purple that I have going on here. Actually, I have purple down here, but I need it here. It needs just to bulk this up a bit more. Maybe here. Okay, there we go. I know I need the purple there somewhere. Then I have this little leaf. See? So let's see the little pieces. Think of them as camouflage. Okay, so you're going to create the idea of, a bigger cluster with just a little, and it's some orange up there. So let me just see if I have anything orange here. It's from the embellishment kit. So I'm just going to, oh, I see a little orange flower. Okay, orange flower. Okay, so I think the orange flower has to go either here or here. But it has the orange envelope, but I think it needs something else. So, not that one. No, I don't know what it is, but it needs something else. See? Sorry, guys. My timer is going up, so. Okay, like that there. It needs something, I don't know, it needs something up there, so I need to find it, otherwise it's not going to. Oops, right there. Let's see, let's get this out of the way. See this? Here. It's gonna shift some things around. So I have another one of the pieces here. Much better. Not really. Finicky. Better. Okay, better. So kind of there's like a little line that I've created here. Okay. I need a title, but I think I'm gonna put it right here. We always brighten each day. I can put it here and kind of tuck it in, but I think I need my title to be out here. I don't think I need to tuck my title in. Sparkle. So much sparkle. Trying to see. Okay, for now we're getting there. Let's see. Yeah, now we need things to start putting inside of the extra little envelopes. And you want to stay away from the florals. You have already enough florals. Now we need to bring actually pieces of ephemera and stuff like that to here. So we need something that's going to go here. And you have lots to choose from. You have this, you have sits. We have the fields. It is the other line. So I need something that is going to sit there. Let's get something that, and the vellum is going to be good because you're going to still be able to see the shape of your envelope behind the transparency of the vellum. But it is going to also give you something kind of a divider to add extra embellishment. So I'm just trying to see what I have here. Yeah, I kind of like that green. Okay, so you're gonna see that I'm going to add tape to the bottom of this. That's the part that's gonna be, I'm gonna push it down there and then I'm gonna add pressure. Okay, and then we're gonna add something there. So let's go with this love little heart here. Okay, and then you're going to secure that, get a little piece of foam adhesive behind it because you want the note to pop up a bit. There you go. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. But you see, I don't think you need anything else. Maybe a little sentiment here, but not much more. So we're gonna do the same for this part here. Let's see what else do we have down here. Sorry guys, like I said, I put a timer so I don't take your entire day. It's trying to find, need like a little bit. I like this cow. It's too busy. I need something a little bit simpler. That's what the let's see if this yellow is too much. I know this has speech bubbles, but remember, half of it is going to be hidden, so it's not like you're going to see all of it. Just trying to find something. I like this. So I have like all my pieces here. There's some text here. I like that. Again, tape towards the bottom of the ephemera piece. That's the part that you're going to add pressure. You need something up here. So go into your stickers here. Remember, I want to add my title here, so I don't want this to have like another sentiment. Let's go into the seals again. Should we add another heart? I don't have another heart for the bottom, so let's go with the butterfly. What else do we have? That's stepper. Purple butterfly. Yep, I like that. Then we're going to need here. Our lens journal are going to sit here. So I know, remember how I had that best ever? I am not gonna write now. I'll write it after I take the pictures. Another thing that my proposition for this year is that I'll show, like, I'll put my project away by adding lines of journal, but I don't take pictures with them, with the lines of journal. So that's gonna stay there. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of tape right now just to keep it in place for the sake of the layer. Too much. We'll go here, and that's where we'll write everything. Because it's see-through, you'll be able to see it. But we're gonna need another piece here. Okay? So I have these little flowers that match the background. See, it's too busy. Need something a little bit plainer. So no, this vellum is nice and thick. I like that blue. Okay. Again, a little bit of tape at the bottom. Push it in as much as you can. I'm gonna go a little bit lower so it doesn't cover the flower. I'm adding pressure so it sticks to the back of the envelope. Here, I need to add a little bit of foam adhesive behind the butterfly. So it pops the note. There we go. Here, let's go with another heart. Nothing blue. Okay. Foam adhesive behind it. Okay, so here you go. We're gonna add a little bit of foam adhesive behind it. There you go. Okay. So you see my interest back here, lots of white space so the layout can breathe. We need little sentiment here. So let's see into the here much, okay? And let's see. I like this better together. Right here, I think this one here, it has to be something a little bit, maybe a butterfly, but I need something here. So I like this butterfly. Yes, I like this better together here. Nothing's gonna go there. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. My title is gonna be right here. So just try to find one that is here. Like I said, it's my mom's birthday, so sparkle. Blouse drink. Nice. I like this. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find something that like it's birthday related stuff like that too. You know what? Sparkle. Mm. Numbers are always a good thing. Okay. Yeah, that's how my mommy is. Let me just glue everything in place right now here. A little bit of foam adhesive. I'll secure everything tighter once I'm out of, like, the live session and everything is clean. But for the time being, just a few pieces. Okay, so let me see. Just so it doesn't move. And I am going to add something else here just to bring a little bit of interest. So maybe another one of those butterflies that I was eyeballing. Maybe this black one. Look on. I like it over here better. You see this blue. This one here. Just to finish that, let's go with, again, this is the most of what we used is from the embellishment kit today. Yeah, a few pieces from the main kit, but most of it comes from the embellishment kit. So we need to add sparkle, we need to add sparkle. So let's go with the little stars. And I'm gonna go with white, a little bit of the pink, because I already have the blue and the red. What about a little green one? Okay, here. There's a journal here, so we're gonna add the next one over here. Go with black here. A little bit of, let's see, we have purple, we have a little bit of blue. Small one here behind it. And we're gonna add another one here. Let's go with this orange one. Okay. So we have one. I'm gonna add another one here. Gonna zigzagging some here. So I have blue already going on there. Some purple. This little yellow one. And let's go with this light blue. So you see how I'm like zigzagging my stars, and then the next one's gonna be up here. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe this butterfly might have to go up here. Oh, it's gonna stay right there. But I do want the stars up here. So navy, pink, and let's go with the blue. There you go. So I have my kind of my zigzag of stars. I'm done. Time to walk away from the layout. Okay? Clean up a bit so I show you what I've done. Okay, so let's pull it out. The entire pack of envelopes we used to build our layout. The large ones are holding my picture, which is around 3 by 4, a little bit shorter, and then we just layer the medium and the small ones on top of it. The medium envelopes are the ones holding the flowers, and I put them so it kind of creates the zigzag on my page. The smaller envelopes have the little vellum note with the puffy seal, my title, and sparkle. So this came from the embellishment kits, the flowers, the envelopes, the puffy stickers, the seals, and the sparkle is from the main kit. The rest is all the embellishment kit. So like I said, you can work it out. It's a great way to get started on your layout. And I hope you enjoy this. It's not complicated. It's actually simple. It's just, let's say, play with your envelopes. Make sure that when you fold them, um, again, that's the beauty of the envelopes, that they work for your project. So you have the chance of either following what is on the background, like, as a guide, or you can do it your way for a different look, which is what I've done. I've gone the opposite way of what, pretty much in every single one of my envelopes, I went the opposite way of what is in the back of the package. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, nice and simple. No mixed media was hurt in the making of this project. And but there is a little bit of foam adhesive. So I hope you enjoy it. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to hear from you. And if any comments or anything, let me know. I think I'll be back to see you at the end of the month. But let me flip the camera so you guys can see me. Takes one button. So just try to find it. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I'm going to take a picture not today, tomorrow, and I'll share it on the Hip Kit Club social media and also on the group page. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that you take your time to spend it with me. I'll see you soon. Take care, guys.